All right, I'm going to be working on a new project. I'm going to come back to the DFS project in a few days, but yeah, the plan is to rotate through all the projects I'm working on every day and change it up. Test the audio really quick. Everything sounds good. Okay. One really quick thing I wanted to talk about is I had previously been using this noise suppression filter in OBS. It was making sound a little distorted sometimes, not working as well as I wanted it to. I think this is what I used to use, and just the default settings, I think it works okay. I tried using a noise gate with the default settings. I actually tried messing a little bit with it too, and couldn't get it to work right. So hopefully from now on, the sound will be a little bit better. I need to get a better mic as well, and I'll do that at some point. Yeah, hopefully everything sounds better with the other method, the noise suppression filter. All right, so back to this project. It is a project, what is this, 23 branches? I don't know. But yeah, this project I haven't worked on for 4 years. So I'm going to start basically from scratch. I'll look at what I have, see what I can use, and go from there. First thing I want to do is I'm going to clone what I have. So I'll call this card game repos, just to hold these for now. Let's open this in Git Bash. Double check my audio really quick. Everything working? I think it's working. Okay, clone the first repo. Second repo is this. Oh, actually, there's nothing in here. Okay, so I could just delete this. Thought there was something in there. Delete that one. Dang, what is my password? Okay, cool. So that's that. This repo, by the way, I have it set to private. There's nothing in here really. It's just this felt code I've been working on. When I get everything set up and more organized, I will push that the rest of the code up there and make it public at some point. I don't know when that's going to happen. Oh wait, wrong one. So back to the card game. Let me make sure that I actually clone that. Components, chat, layouts. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this. Delete. Because I want to reuse that name and basically start a brand new repo. But I will pull from this repo the things I can reuse. So let's just say card game. And what I'm going to do with this is, actually I'm going to make an untitled folder. So I was thinking about what technologies to use for this. I had previously used Create React App. I was going to transition into Vite, which does have a production build feature, which is nice. And it, based on this article, could work pretty well. And then I looked into TurboPack, which is still, I believe, like beta or alpha stage. I'm not sure. And I was thinking, oh well, TurboPack, I'm probably not going to use that by itself, but I believe that either now or in the future, Next.js will be using TurboPack. And then I realized, okay, maybe I should just use Next.js for this app because I don't have any projects lined up that are other than my portfolio, and that might even be a single page app. There'll be it'll have actual server side logic as well for the routes. So I'm gonna actually, I've never used Next, but I'm gonna try it and see how it goes for this. So let's start with that. Create Next app latest. Okay. What do you want your project to be named? Card game. Would you like to use TypeScript? Yes. Would you like to use ESLint? Sure. Okay, well that's going. Um, I did look at how can I use Next.js with Firebase hosting. I think I'm actually just gonna stick with whatever, I guess, hosting on Vercel or however that works. I don't really know. Whatever the default setup um, that Next.js can like give you to host, and maybe there is no default, but I gotta look into that. Um, but I read this, and I don't want to deal with that right now. So yeah, I'm gonna use the default or whatever Next.js recommends for hosting. I still want to use Firebase services for the backend, but I think I could definitely just do that within the app, and then use the hosting, I guess, on Vercel. Okay, so create a new Next app. Okay, let's move this out here. And delete this, right? And card game repo, I'll call this card game. Card game old. Move it out here as well. Cool. So I have the old, the new, and let's open both those. I'll open the old on the other screen and the new on the main screen. Okay. So what does it say I need to do here? Getting started. We did this. I didn't do TypeScript, but I think I did set that by answering that question in the CLI. npm run dev. Okay. Let's see how this works. Okay, these are just links to so it's a get started by editing this. Styles home. So it uses CSS modules by default, which is kind of cool. What does it say? I'll look at that later. All right, let's save this as a reference. Update imports, no. All right, you know what? I'm not gonna rename that. I'm gonna say that, and then I'm gonna just say index original. All right. And then I'm gonna create my own index. A lot of new stuff I'm using here that I've never used before. I've never used TypeScript in React, so that'll be interesting. Next head, next image. Okay. What is this component exactly? This component injects elements to the head. Hmm. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. I was thinking header. This is head. Um, what else? What's image? I'm sure there's a good reason to use image instead of the image tag. So I guess I'll use these for now. Styles, home module. Okay. All right, so let's copy over a lot of the, or all of it, and then remove stuff I don't want. Styles container. We'll say card game, multiplayer. Content, online, or say multiplayer card game. Leave that. There's main. Main, I'm gonna remove everything in there, I think. Div main content. It's a little placeholder. Footer. Remove this as well. Okay. Not using image, so I'll comment it out for now. Alright, let's see what that looks like. The page cannot be found. Really? Index.ts. Let me restart this. Not sure that'll help, but interesting. Oh, put it in the wrong folder. Main content, footer content. Alright, let's actually get rid of the footer for now. Main content. Cool. Everything's centered, I guess. That's good. Alright, next step. Let's get Firebase set up. Say card game. I deleted this yet? Yes, I did. Okay. Okay, so just have this, which I'll probably recreate as well. This I'll just leave, even though it's old and probably not helpful. And that. Okay, cool. Actually, here's all of them, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to be using Vite. I can close that and that and that. All right, so let's check out how this routing works. So I think it's pretty simple. I think all you have to do is go pages and then just make a, is it a folder? We'll just say, I don't know, game, testing this out, index.tsx, export default function game, return div game. Okay. So if I go to game, we get game. If I go back, we get main content. Okay, cool. Next step. Take a look at what we have over here. Oh, wow. So I'm using classes over here. Okay. Let's just go ahead and set up that same project structure though. So node module styles. John Doe. So API. So what if we do API? What is this file called? Hello? Okay. API doesn't exist. Okay, cool. How should I organize this? Pages. Can I just put a source folder in here? Source. Auth. Does this make sense to have a source? Or should I just put auth? I don't know. Auth, and then new file, auth, context, .ts. Oh, it's going to be a component, so it'll be tsx. And then auth provider. I was wrong, by the way. This is not a component. So we'll just say tsx. And I wonder if that's a naming convention or not. Let's just throw components folder in here as well. Not sure how or what's a good way to lay out Next app, but this is how I'm going to do it for now. Instead of copying these over manually, I'm just going to put all of these in, copy these all over into here. Okay. What else? Sign in button, content, config. I do want the config folder for the Firebase stuff. So let's throw that in here, I guess. New folder. Did I make it? A config. We'll call this Firebase exports, just like I did in the other project. I guess I could even be JSON. I don't know, there is some JavaScript you want to run in there, so I'll just say TS. All of that could just be JS, really. What else? App CSS. I don't have any testing code. Index.js, I don't need. I think that's it from the other project, really. Okay. Oh, I didn't copy that over. Firebase exports. So that's gonna look like, let's copy over what I had there. I know this changed. I don't know if, yeah, it's got to be different by now, I would think. Let's open up another command prompt and do npm I, whatever I need for Firebase. So let's go back to Firebase. Get started. Card game. Go to docs. Fundamentals. Learn the fundamentals. No, that's not what I want to do right now. I think this is what I want. No, this is not what I want. Authentication. Here we go. Get started. Add Firebase to your project. Web. Install and initialize Firebase. Okay. First step. Okay. So Firebase is there. Initialize the Firebase in your app and create a Firebase app object. So how does that differ from this? Initialize app from Firebase, replace the following. Okay. I'll have to figure this out. Is that it? We wanted to get access to the Firestore and the database as well. And I guess export these as well. Where does it initialize? Oh, here it is, initialize that. Okay. I don't know. I want this. Actually might want this. I definitely want these two. Or I mean the Firestore one. Um, Maybe this too. Okay. What can I take from this? Okay, so this is not a thing anymore. Alright, let's keep reading. Comment this out for now. And obviously, yeah, let's look at how to do environment variables in Next. Loading environment variables. .env .local. New file. Okay. Should we just match these up directly? Or do something like this? Let's do this. Const equals process.env. Auth domain. I could just make the key the same as the value, but I'll use the convention, I guess. Database URL. Um, Database URL. Project ID. Here, I'll just type these out first. Project ID. Storage bucket. Am I gonna have a storage bucket? I don't know. Messaging sender ID and app ID. should probably put FB in front of all these, or Firebase. Okay. Right. Config. I'm not gonna mess with this right now, but I might wanna get some of those settings from my other project. Uh, I think what you do here is like app.auth. No, I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that. Okay, Firebase. Let's just copy all these, throw them in. Did I do this in the wrong place? No. Where is the local? Did I do that in the wrong place? Or is it just not showing that file? Let me see. Oh, it's not showing that file. Settings. Oh, what was that pattern? Because of this. Um, do workspace. Huh. User overwrites that. So I should have done that setting in the other thing, but let me just, so I don't have to think about it later, just screenshot this and then get rid of it. Okay. Env local. I don't know if I still have those in the clipboard. Let's grab them. Get rid of all the commas. Fix that. All right, and then I'll save those values once I get those. All right, what's next? All provider TSX. Component did mount. Could probably just convert this to a use effect, maybe. use effect. Expert default function. Let equals use state. Do I want these in one object or just? I think I'll do them separately. Why not? So let auth status reported equals use state and set auth status reported is authenticated, set is authenticated, and user set user. Thought I already did that. Okay. And this will be false, false, and null. Use effect takes a function. Um, auth. Probably shouldn't be doing this right now because there might be a new way to do it, but that's okay. This will go in the cleanup part, which is, I think you return a function. Don't remember. I'll have to look that up. Cleanup. Will be return. Oh no. Okay. This dot set state. So this will be true. User. Get rid of this. Hmm. So I do need to determine this type. Okay. Auth on auth state change. All right. Binding element children implicitly has any type. Okay. All right. It's kind of interesting working with some of the old code, seeing how to convert it over to functional. Oh, use effect. I did want to look at this. So you return return function cleanup. So yeah, I don't think you need to name it, but I do like naming it. It's pretty cool. Okay. All right, we need to go back to Firebase, figure out how this works. What's Firestore Lite? Hmm. I think I am gonna go with this. Just pass the app in there. Okay. So let's see. Get doc and update doc. I wonder if this pattern even matters. Let me see. db dot get doc. Yeah, because you used to have this object that had everything on it, right? Where's my components? Firestore lights. So yeah, db.get collection. Yeah. And now db doesn't have any of that. So if we go in here, yeah. So I don't think that matters, at least for the db part. Maybe the auth? This probably doesn't matter at all. So I'll just remove that. Get Firestore, get doc. So what is the point of get Firestore? Oh, I see. Okay. Actually, yeah. Get Firestore, get doc, update doc. Okay. I wonder what the full web SDK looks like instead. Because I don't care that much about what was the main benefit? Reductions in library size, startup time, that could be good. Yeah, it still uses that new modular version. Web version 8 namespace. Wonder what's better. Firebase modular versus namespace. Apps currently using should consider migrating to version 9. Yeah, this is probably the main benefit. And I could use this if I needed to, but I'm starting from scratch anyways, so. Okay, but what I want to do from here is actually just get Firestore. Const db equals get Firestore, pass it the app, and return the db. Probably should just call it Firestore. Because I don't think, I mean, I can't like replace that with another db anyways, so maybe the old, whatever they used to call it, real-time database. I doubt it. I doubt they're interchangeable with this API. So I don't think I want to use it anyways. It's back to Firebase exports. Get Firestore. Let's see if I do import something from Firebase. What do I have here? Auth? I think just auth. And what do I have here? Get auth. Get auth. And it takes the app. Get auth. Okay, so those are being exported now. I could remove this. I think that's how I'm going to make this file. Initialize app, get Firestore, get auth. Okay. Cool. Next is the auth context, import React from React. Auth context. I think I could just include it in here. Yeah, I'm going to take this code and just throw it in here. I don't see a reason to have that in another folder. I mean, another file. Provider. Okay. Auth context, create context, null. Children, I'll come back to this. Okay. Got something going. I'm gonna actually edit these values based on the actual information so we can get some stuff going here. Card game. Let me see, how do you do this? Build. Project settings. Let me pull this aside just in case it shows something. Okay. So yeah, so from where I was, let me just do that again. Project settings. Let's call it card game. Register. I'm not going to do hosting. We could do it later. I'm going to click register app. Okay. And it gives me all that information. So I'm just going to copy these over here. I don't know. Actually, I don't think those are. No. Yeah. No, those will not be. Those shouldn't be private. Those are fine. Never mind. I changed my mind. I'll just throw them over here. I don't think you need quotes here, but I think you can put them and it's a little bit more clear. These are off. Okay, so this is the app ID. Messaging sender ID is actually this. Storage bucket is this. Project ID, which one am I missing? Database URL, okay. Leave that blank for now. Auth domain and API key, okay. Continue to console. Nice. I could actually probably just hard code those in here, but I don't know, whatever. Okay. What is next? Next pages. Clean some of this stuff up, I guess. Auth provider. Everything there looks good. Auth context. Auth provider children. Okay, so this says binding element children. So let's see what I have to do there. React 18 functional components no longer provides children. Really? Okay. What am I using? React 18. What was I using in the other? I thought I used children over there. I'm using React 18. Okay. Let me get a little bit organized here. So this, let's move that here. What's going on with that's the same thing? Just seeing what I can close here. This is the same. Close that. Max, I'm going to open that and go back. Close that for now. Close that. React 18 children. I'll go back here too and I feel like I need more stuff, like for TypeScript. Like too much of the stuff is working. I feel like, I don't know. Um, so I do have the types. React node type. React element is useful for parsing children. Okay, I don't think I need to do that. Hmm. I guess React node? I don't know. What does it say again? For custom components that accept custom children arguments? Okay. Where is that? Alright, so let's do children is React elements. Is that what I, no, React node. I guess. We'll do that. Might not be the best way to do it, but that's how I'm going to do it. Let all this, okay. Auth context provider value. Okay. What's the expected type? Null? No, no. Really? Let me bring that back. I'll do this for now. I'm not sure this will work, but okay. Unregister. So it passes an unsubscribe, which I can just say let in here and get rid of this. And then user. Next or observer. Keep the old behavior. See that. Alright, I gotta go back to the docs. Get cities. So let's look at here. Not Android. Web. Things have changed. Okay, on auth state change auth user. I need this one. Okay. What is declare go on auth state change? How does it work? So you pass it the auth first. If user, else user signed out. Hmm. Can I do, what do I put here? User? Um, use state. Maybe user? Hmm. So user null. I mean, I could, I think, do this, but I don't want to do that. Let's do if user set user, I guess. Now, do I need this anymore? No. Interesting. Okay. Let me see. React set state TypeScript. What is this? Okay. Okay, nice. So this is like Boolean. Yep. Okay. Got it. This might actually work. Set is authenticated. True. If auth status is reported, then give children. Otherwise, show the loading screen. And then we want to be able to pass these, I guess. Auth context provider. React, create context, TypeScript. Default state. Okay. So I just need to do auth context, I guess. Not auth context, interface, whatever. Interface, auth. So we have the three things: auth status reported, is authenticated. What's the other one? User. Is this how you do it? TypeScript interface. Just looked this up, but I forgot. Semicolons. So those are optional. Okay. Let's say false. False. Or can I put that somewhere else? Hold on, let me check something. We also want a function for using the context now that we're using export function use auth context. Could just call it use auth, but use context and pass it the auth context. Okay. Auth context. Okay. What status? Here, let's do this. User, no. Okay, and this will be what I had before. Can I make that optional? I think that'll help. Do undefined. I think we're good there now. Got rid of all the errors anyways. Okay. Probably won't work, but whatever. What else? Comment these out, since I won't be using those for now. Okay, what next? That's one file I converted over. It's module.css. When they are using, okay, so module.css. All right, so that's kind of nice. I already have the CSS module set up. So chat, let's just convert all these over. TSX, layout, TSX, no, grid, I did use some functional components. Nice. Loading screen. What is this? Okay. A lot of issues here. Close some stuff. What else do I want to do? I guess I can go through all of these. Okay, first thing is the button. No, I didn't do that one yet. TSX chat. Alright, let's just start with the button. React styles. So prop. Okay, so we'll type props equals, and this will be prop children and class name. Okay, children is a React, what was it again? A React node. And last name is a string, I think. String. Class name is specified more than once. So this usage will be overwritten. Hmm. What am I doing here? I know what I'm trying to do, but I'm gonna remove that. Oh, that was the issue. Okay. Last name or styles button. Why do I have this? Why don't I just use, I don't know. I'll leave it. Alright, so that's good. So I think if you want to include the, yeah, let me try something. So in source pages index. So in the main content, I'm going to throw the button. Class name. So class name is definitely going to be optional. They're actually both going to be optional. Okay. Button, what does that look like? I think I want, I don't remember what I was doing with this button, but I think the children would be like the content. And in that case, I'll probably just get rid of this component, but not yet. Save this test button. Okay. It's not terrible. I don't like the transition being so slow. But, so yeah, so you could do components button, but if I got rid of this, then what? Then I'd have to do button. So that's why I did that. And the reason I have those in a how do I undo this? There we go. The reason I have that in a folder is so I can put the module CSS with it. Yeah, I think it's fine. I could make that TS, I guess. I kind of like leaving it as a JS though, because then you could just see, you just ignore it basically. Because then I could just see that's just to export that. I wonder if there's a newer way to do that. It's better. I don't know. Button, class name. Let me just do like, I just want to see if this is working right. So class name, test. So it should now just be a plain button, right? Yeah. Hmm. I don't know. Okay. Let's move on. Convert some more components. At DB, this is now called Firestore. This is a class. Let's convert it to a function. Give it some state. Let use state messages, set messages, use effect. This load messages. Okay. Function load messages. Return empty array, I guess. Yeah. And then let's do a string array, I think. Async. Async string array. Promise. Like this, maybe. There we go. Set messages. Messages. Not really thinking about if this is good. I want to change it right now. I'm just kind of converting things, and I'll go from there, I guess. Return. Right, there we go. Return all this stuff. What was this? Response messages. Okay, I can get rid of that. Messages.map. Object is possibly undefined. There we go. Message. So it's an array of. It's not an array of strings. It's an array of messages. So I'll make that type up here, I guess. Type chat message equals. They have an ID, which is, I don't know, a number, a string, I guess. And they have text, which is a string. Better do that. Okay, I fixed all the errors. I don't know if that's a string or not, but we'll go with that. And obviously, I have some work to do there. All right, next. So we got the auth is fine. Components. That module. Layouts. Come back to that. Loading screen. Okay. Sign in button. Prompts. So I don't like that. Let's just get rid of that. This is never used. Okay, I actually don't need that though. If I find a reason to be able to pass props down that you could throw on the button, then I'll do that. Like generic props, but I don't really need that. Okay. Children. Let's do type props equals children optional, and it's a React. Keep forgetting this. React node. loading. Okay, let's go type prompts equals loading, I'm guessing is a Boolean. Firebase auth, Google auth provider, handles sign in. Okay. So I'm not going to, this file actually doesn't even exist. I'm gonna get rid of this, I think. I'm interested to see once I convert this over, like what this actually looks like and does. I don't remember. Before I get to that, let's just quickly fix this. Type prompts, children, React node. Not sure what the point of this component is. Probably get rid of it, but hey, new programmer. So I was gonna make this originally game of pure strategy. I was gonna make something like this, but I decided I'm probably just gonna make spades. So nothing special. So something like this, but multiplayer. Does this have multiplayer? I don't know. Something like this, kind of. I'm basically using it as a portfolio project and to test, or not test, to learn React and TypeScript, which I've not done TypeScript and React yet. And also to learn Next, which I've also never used. So I'm doing a few different things here. And it's a project I haven't worked on for like years. I think the last time I worked on it was 4 years ago, and I just barely started, so I figure it's a good time to basically redo it. Right now, I'm just converting over the JavaScript code into TypeScript, just kind of practicing with that, and then I'll go back and look at like what I could change, what I could do better, and get things actually working. How are you doing, new programmer? How's your day going? I'm actually probably gonna hop off pretty soon. I need a break, get something to eat and walk around, but um, how long have I been streaming? Almost 2 hours. Yeah, I'll probably just convert this last thing, or at least get rid of the errors in this last thing that's giving me errors. Where was that header? And and then stop for now. You're good? Cool. Glad to hear it. How's the programming going for you? What have you been working on recently? So this auth context, I don't need this. So I'm gonna get rid of that. but actually I do want from auth, what did I call it? Auth provider. So I want this use context actually. Auth provider. I don't want use context. And then up here I'll do const auth context equals use auth context. Handle sign in with redirect. So yeah, I have to fix this. Context consumer. So yeah, this pattern is different now. So auth context, this is like a render prop or something? I don't know, but definitely don't need that consumer thing. I don't think. Auth context. Yeah, we just have access to this. Function get button. What is this? I don't think I need any of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. And this. Oh, what is this function here? Get button. I'm actually going to convert this to a regular function. I mean, a non-arrow function. Handle sign in. Not much. Just been planning to build some games yourself. Nice. What games are you planning to build? And what are you going to be using to do it? Button on click. Ah, that's why. Okay, so this is why I had the props passed in. But I can just I'm kind of interested to do that actually. So props. So props would be, let me think about this. So props. I could just set that to be an object. You know what? Let's just do on click for now. Let's not make it complicated. On click is a function. We need capital F. On click. And we'll just set on click to on click. On click. Mouse event handler. How about that? Mouse event handler. Something like a brick game using 3JS. Cool. That sounds pretty cool. 3D brick game. Like Brick Breaker. Like a 3D version of this. Or maybe just 2D and it uses the 3D library. I saw someone in the streaming category doing some brick game where he's doing like a multiplayer brick game, which I thought was pretty interesting. Kind of like a mix of Tetris and Brick Breaker, I think. Or like you could drag pieces over with one player and the other player controls this. At least that's what I understood from it. Um, Something like that. Okay. I don't know how to. Let's see. TypeScript on click. React. There we go. That's what I was missing. Nice. They have a lot of people are using these iProps. I guess I'll do that. It's probably a good convention. iProps, iProps, iProps. No, these are type. You know what? I won't. I'll use types instead of I'm gonna use types instead of interface. So actually, just go back. Actually, I guess I could do like props, but I think it's self-explanatory. All right. Let's see. So on click, so that's working now. And I did the same thing with the sign in button. So on click, throw it down here. It's going to be up here. Let's do on click props and type props on click and then grab the other thing. Equals. Okay. What's next? Sign in with redirect. All right. So let's just go look at that. Where was that? I think it was here. Yeah, sign in. So sign in with redirect from auth. Copy that. I guess I'll throw it right here for now. Sign in with redirect. What does it take? It takes the auth and the provider. Okay, so auth and the provider. And then new, let's see. Google Auth provider. That fixed that issue. Cool. Let me go through the code really quick, see if I have any more errors. Auth provider. I guess I could just do a TSC, but it doesn't show you, right, until you open the file. You know what? Let me just do a TSC. npm npx TSC. Button test. So that's in, where is that? Button. Button test. Oh, that's an index. Okay, so index, which is somewhere. Pages. There we go. On click is missing. Oh, this is just my testing code. I could just get rid of that. Okay. TSC. Cool. Everything seems to be fine. Not getting any errors. My global. These are given to me from Next. I'll have to look at a project structure. Let me see. Next.js project structure. So he has source components, and he throws pages in there. Source, common, fine, I'm not going to worry about that. Pages is in there as well. Where's the overall structure? Oh, here we go. Pages can also be added under source pages. Okay. I don't know. I kind of like having the pages out here, and then the source is the components. So I don't want to clutter up like put components and auth and config in the root. But pages I'm okay with. As long as it works, which I don't know if it does. I'm not even going to try right now, but cool. All right, I've been streaming for 2 hours now, so I'm gonna take a break. If it's still today and I start streaming again, I'll keep working on this project. If it's the next day or a different day, I will work on the real-time stock scanner is up next. And then the asteroids game, and then possibly throw that in, if not, back to the DFS optimizer. Cool. Thanks for watching, new programmer. Thanks for stopping by, and see you next time.